Well, the 3-year-old list is never really that hard to do. Can you plug that in, honey? Ames? Can you plug that in right there by that charger? Right there. I'll get it. So the 3-year-old horses are never really hard to talk about. There's not a huge long list of them. You guys know what's going on for the most part. You know, if I'm going to jump around at the start, I was a little disappointed with Aunt Lily, but we knew immediately what would happen. The allergies are playing a role, right? A little bit of blood, a little bit of mucus there, some pimples. These are things that we really have to be very, very aggressive with over the next little while with respect to Aunt Lily, and we will. So I'll start with Arrowhead Hanover. His last start for Mike, left line, the vet couldn't find anything. Could it be the snake cord that was bothering him? I have no idea. I've never really had a problem with Arrowhead Hanover, but clearly he wasn't steering great for Mike and did show a little bit of mucus and pimples. So some stuff we have to work with Arrowhead Hanover, but nothing major. I think we move him to the Stallion Series his next start, and then hope to get in the consolation there. He'll race in the Beal, likely the first consolation of the Beal, his start in that particular race, and then close out the rest of the season with what I would like to say would be the consolation of the Sire Stakes, and then after that, you know, the ones, the Keystone Classic and the things like that. He is eligible to the Matron, I think, later on, which might be a little too much to chew off right now, but we'll see as the year progresses how our boy does. Aunt Lily, I just talked about her. Just need to be a little bit more aggressive with her treatment for allergies over the next month or so, and I think we will be just fine. Blue Ventura, we got him out in the field for a little bit, and he earned it. Horse earned it. He's been racing hard all winter, all spring. You know, caught a couple of speedsters in this class, which generally don't show up here, that did. So give him a little time off, bring him back, and first and foremost, I think the horse deserves it. He earned it. Captain Incredible races tonight at the Meadows. I'm interested to see how he gets along with Dave Pallone, this horse. He's been racing good, but not quite good enough for us to put in the Adios. I know that was a little disappointing for a lot of my partners on Captain Incredible, but you know, it was a long old year. We got Kentucky creeping up upon us also. I just didn't think that putting him in there made a lot of sense. And after looking at the entries, I'm pretty sure I was right. Chicago Hall, second last night in the grassroots, but raced good. Really happy with the way he raced. And quite frankly, that's exactly how I would have drove the horse too. Wait, come hard in the last turn, bushwhack the leader, and he almost worked. He almost cleared that horse of Louis Philippe Laws, but did not quite get there. Foxy Seaside, a number of emails for Foxy Seaside, people saying, you know, when I had horses, this is what we would try, or this is what, you know, my trainer thought, or this is what I thought. At the end of the day, I get it. I understand everybody wants her to race well. First thing you got to do is, one, you have to be able to race her, and two, you have to be able to race her softly and properly. She's not an easy horse to do that with. I know Johnny maybe was in a little bit over his head the other day with Foxy Seaside, but at the time, with the races at the Meadows running late, and the Drivers' Colony being what it was at the moment in Northfield, there just wasn't a lot of options for us. And I'm not making fun of Johnny. It's just she's not an easy horse to drive. But I will drive her next start, I believe. Freedom Hill is in Saturday night at Northfield Park. We'll see how she does. Gaslight Hall is on his way to Ohio. He'll race in Ohio /Scioto/ the Meadows next week. We'll have him in to go somewhere, and I think it's the right move for this horse. 100% the right move. I'd love to race him in Scioto or the Meadows, quite frankly, but if he has to stick around here at Northfield, I have no problem also. The one at Northfield will be the easier of the three classes. So we'll see how Gaslight Hall does and where he gets in. Gorgeous Package will go right back down to that class again at Scioto next week. Happy that she raced well. I was trying to figure out, I thought maybe she was a hair flat. She hadn't raced for 2.5 weeks either, I don't think. And it's hard, you know, when you have those horses that are going 51, 52, it's really hard to race them every 2.5 weeks and try and keep them tight. It's almost impossible. Grand Slam deal, I'll give her one start in Lexington per the request of Robert in Europe, and I think he's right. It's a fair request. He said, Anthony, last year that filly did not race well in Oak Grove and then raced better. Not great, but better in Lexington. Would you consider giving her a start there? Look, he is the devil. He just messaged me when I said his name. That's Robert from Europe. That message just came in. I don't want to say his last name. I don't drop names, but so we will give her a start there. Gymboree racing good, still below where I think she should be racing, but racing okay. Let's just leave it at that. Manhattan Money will stay in the Nalmars at 3, and if he finds that tough, he'll move over to Northfield and race in that condition claimer, and he should put an awful beating on them, I would imagine. The horse, a decent horse, just a very slight step off of that Stallion Series company top level. He's got a 2nd, a 5th, and a 6th, I think, now in the 3 of them. And when it comes back to the Meadows, then fine, maybe we'll try it, but I don't know just yet. Melisandre, again, our goal with 3 of these fillies is get them to Harrisburg this fall. Melisandre Grand Slam deal, and likely Aunt Lily. We'll see how that plays out. Memento Mori, I talked about him in today's video and the opening about what I thought had happened to him the other day. There's no reason that Dave Pallone couldn't get along with this horse. I believe in my heart of hearts that he might have shut his air just for a second, letting Jeremy Indoff go. Now, Dave will tell me there's no problem there, so I'll ask him. But if you made me, I watched the replay of that maybe 3 or 4 times. The only thing I could see was that maybe he did get his air just shut for a second when he let him go, and that would account for maybe just that slight flat-footed look on the end of the mile. That was my take on it anyway. Nassau will qualify Tuesday at the Meadows. I believe I'm going to bring him over there. Resolve Indeed is on her way to Ohio. She's going to race at Northfield Park next week. Woodmere Betcha is racing today, I think. Today or tomorrow at Summerside Raceway. And that being our last 3-year-old, I will say good luck to everybody, all our partners, partners of Woodmere Betcha and everybody else, as we look to close out what has been the word of the week would be mediocre, I think. So we'll look to get things back on track. It'll start today with 7 horses spread all over the map. Good luck to everybody racing, well, definitely this weekend, but obviously the rest of the summer. Take care.